Yeah, I've been feeling real stress-free lately. Dreams of fame, I've been having them daily.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. As you can tell by the title, I'm gonna be doing something very different today. I'm not talking about sneaker bots. I'm not talking about buying shoes. I'm not talking about reselling. I'm not talking about live cops. I'm talking about me. Many people have asked me how I got into sneakers, when did I get into sneakers and stuff like that. But before I get into the video, I wanna talk about the giveaway that I'm still running. All you have to do to join the giveaway, which I'm giving away a Supreme tee from last season and a Supreme hat from last season. Give me a subscribe on YouTube. Give me a follow on Twitter. My Twitter will be in the description below, and I'll put it on the video right here. Also, join the link in the description below. It's gonna be a Gleam link, and that's how you'll enter the giveaway. And I'm giving away, like I said, the t-shirt and the hat from last season. Getting into the video, like I said, I'm talking about me personally, how I got into shoes, my first shoe that I bought, when did I realize that I could make money off this, and basically everything that got me into this. So if you don't know, my name is Brad Zalak. I am 20 years old, and when I got into shoes, it was 2011 when I first got into shoes. That was 2018, 2011 was 7 years ago, which means I was 13 years old. So yeah, 2011 I was born in 98. Anyways, you don't even know that. But I was 13 years old. That's when I got into shoes. That's when I bought my first shoe. And at that point, it was Jordans. I didn't realize, oh, I'm gonna make money. It was just, I was getting into middle school and I was like, dang, I see a couple people with Jordans on, but I really need to get into this. So the first shoe I ever bought, I bought off this guy. I lived in Michigan, and I bought some Orion 7s. I'll put them on the screen right here if you guys don't know what those shoes are. I bought a size 14. And at 13 years old, my parents were like, what are you doing buying a size 14 pair of shoes? You're never gonna be able to sell old tennis shoes, you know, something that's used and stinky. So I paid the guy 130 bucks, and I was like, dude, I'll buy these 7s off you right now. I met him up at like 8 miles, sketchy as hell. My dad came with me, picked up the shoe size 14, and I threw them on my feet. I looked like a clown. I was wearing duck shoes, whatever. I looked like Ronald McDonald, basically, from McDonald's. Anyways, I ended up buying those shoes for 130, and I thought I was gonna be able to sell them. I sold them for like 150, but my parents were surprised. They were like, wow, how did you just sell a pair of shoes that was new? You put them on, you wore them, and they were used, and you sold them and made $20. They didn't understand that whole concept, and I really didn't at that time either, because I never was into like SBs. I never was into anything that happened before the big Jordan era. Jordan was big since 98, but it really hit during, for me, middle school is when everybody was buying Jordans. So that was the first shoe I ever bought. The first shoe I ever resold was the Wolf Grey 5s. I bought those the year after, so 2012 is when I bought those. And I bought those strictly to resell. I bought them from a guy, I didn't wear them, they weren't my size. I think I bought them for about 100 bucks that time, and I sold them for about 180, which was around the, well, retail price on Jordans was 160 back then. So I sold them for a little bit more than retail, but they were pretty good condition, and I bought them and sold them strictly for the money. And that's when I realized maybe I can make money off this. I like shoes, and I was wearing the shoes at the time, but then I was realizing I could make more money just buying and selling the shoes. The first time it hit me like really deep was when I bought CDP, the Countdown Pack 6s, the Carmines. I bought those for like 200 bucks, and I bought them off soulcollector.com. Through forums and stuff, and I sold those for $350, just one half of the pack. And I was like, 150 bucks to a kid at that age, for me, I was like, wow. And my parents were still kind of confused on what I was doing, just because they're like, how are you making money off selling old sneakers? It's just not making any sense to us. And at this time, I'll be honest, they funded a lot of my shoes. I paid for as much as I could, but they would buy the shoes and I would sell the shoes, and I'd give them the money and I'd just get the profit. So really, they helped me out a lot, but once they understood the whole concept of what I was doing, it made sense to them. So getting on to, that was during my middle school days is when I bought Jordans and sold Jordans, but I mostly wore them. Like I wore the Carmines, I wore foam posits back then, I wore 4s a lot. The Fire Red 4s that came out in 2012 was one of the first release dates for me. Me and my friends stayed up all night to get them on Foot Locker, and it was just a good night. The first time I ever camped online waiting for shoes release, looking at the countdown timer, and it was different back then because not everybody, you know, there wasn't Soul Slayer, so we weren't getting, you know, 50 pairs of Fire Red 4s online. I mean, maybe some people were back then. I wasn't into bots back then. But for us, we were just waiting for the countdown timer. We got through Foot Locker manually, and we placed our orders. So it was a lot different in 2012 than it is obviously with bots in 2018. But the first time I ever had a real working bot was when Nike did releases on Twitter. So what Nike would do is they would tweet a link and the bot would catch the link instantly. And this was the biggest thing, is a lot of bots would just be delayed by 5 seconds after Nike tweeted this link. And then you would get to the thing and it would say, the item's not in your shopping cart, waiting your turn, right? And then they would never get them. So when they implemented a sneaker bot that instantly caught the link when it was tweeted, it was insane. And that was crazy back then, just because I was thinking, wow, I'm gonna get every shoe, and I thought having this Twitter link bot would just give me everything. And it obviously didn't, but it helped me out a little bit. This was when KD's, Kobe's, LeBron's, and everything was hitting real good. I remember one time I went on vacation in New York and I bought a pair of All-Star Kobe's for $400 from Flight Club, and I ended up selling them for $550 on, I forgot what app it was, probably eBay, and I was just taken back because Flight Club has rate prices. It's like, I don't understand why I paid that much for that, and then I still ended up making more money off the pair of shoes. It was pretty crazy. So yeah, the first bot I ever really got into was the Twitter link bots, and now as you can see, it is just made its way into something so much more than Twitter links that Nike tweets out. It's a lot different. But yeah, I mean, that was me, the early years of reselling. I didn't strictly resell back then, but now I mainly resell, and I say that just because it's really good money. It's tough for me to get a pair of shoes, especially something like Off-White or Yeezy, and just look at it and be like, I want to wear this, when I know I can, get 600, 700 bucks for a shoe. It's just much harder for me to collect a shoe and keep it and wear it than it is to sell it now. So a lot has changed since I first got my pairs of shoes and how I used to get the pairs of shoes back then. But in reality, it's all the same. Everybody wants the shoes because they're hype, they sell out quick and stuff like that. So that's all about me, guys. If you have any other questions, comment in the comment section below. If you like this video, if you want me to do more stuff about me, like how much money I make off reselling, just put it in the comment section below. I plan on doing more videos about me, not just live cops and stuff like that. Anyways, give this video a like, subscribe, and follow me on my Twitter. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a good day.
Got a girl, but we don't got a baby. She my world, yeah, this love shit is crazy. This new life got me feeling myself. Chose music over books on the shelf. Now when I look in the mirror, it's me. I am Lil Sean, and damn it, I'm free.